Oh, it's wonderful to see you all. Today is a beautiful day here in the valley of Namfrancon from our Drew Centre in Snowdonia. And I wanted to connect in with you because we have been really working with something called the elements. Now, many of you are familiar with the elements in your own lives. And it's something whenever we're walking out here in the mountains, it's very easy to stay connected to the elements. And what I wanted to share with you today was how you might be able to bring some of nature back inside into your own beautiful lives. So if you haven't yet come across what I'm going to share with you, this might be the perfect opportunity for you to set up a little bit more of a sacred space inside your home. And today I wanted to introduce the elements in the form that you may or may not have come across. And that is in things like water, fire, earth, and having them in your space. Now, why is it important to have the elements balanced? And today, what I have really worked with in myself this morning is finding a place of balance between the elements. And for some of us, working with the element of earth, for example, can be really important to make you feel grounded and stable. Water might be more important for you so that you can flow and let go. What about fire? Do you need a bit more energy or dynamism in your life? And also air, which is where we're able to express ourselves a little bit more. And finally, of course, ether. Now, ether is said to be one of the ways that you can feel connected to yourself and to the universe. So when we talk about earth, let's go all the way down to the earth beneath your feet, and hopefully you can feel a little bit of stability this morning. And earth is the beautiful element that nourishes us, that nurtures us. It's the food that we eat, and it's what we can see around us in the trees, the flowers, and that brings a sense of groundedness and stability. And when you are working with the element of earth, you can literally just pick things up from outside. So this morning I picked up a beautiful pine cone, which just reminds me almost like a little flower. It's just beautiful. And when you look at it, you can see the perfection of nature. So earth element is also in the form of stones or crystals. So again, when you're out walking and you find a beautiful crystal or a stone on the beach, pick it up and take it home with you as a way of anchoring that energy of the element of earth. And I've picked up this habit from my childhood. Literally every single time we've gone on a beach or gone up a mountain, I find myself coming home with rocks in my pocket. So that's something you can do. Maybe it's a bunch of flowers or a beautiful plant. And having that energy of earth in the space that you're living will really help to make you feel grounded and stable. Now, the energy of water, you can just have it as a little glass or a little container that feels beautiful for you. And the energy of water is that of flowing. And it's also a place of cleansing and helping you to let go of things. So if you have a space in your house where you have all of the elements, have the water there, but allow it to, don't drink it. It's something that you can then put back onto the earth as a way of cleansing your space. And it's also enabling you to flow and go with life. So if things are starting to get a little bit interesting at home, being trapped in the same space as lots and lots of other people, then or even not so many people at the moment, then the energy of water can help you to let go. Now, moving up, so what we've been working with is not just the elements outside of us, but also within us. So our energy centers, our chakras, are also connected to the elements. So the earth is resonating with the base chakra, so that's our grounding and stability. The water is the Swadhisthana chakra, which is how we're actually relating to each other. And then we move up to fire. And this can be very simple. It can just be a little nightlight or a diva if you're familiar with that. And the fire is a very powerful element for helping you to feel really empowered and strong. It's something that you can have burning every day. If you can make your own wick and put in some oil, that's also a really, really beautiful way just to keep that fire energy going. And again, it's a very cleansing and purifying energy, but it also helps you to feel really connected. And particularly if you're doing your meditation or your yoga, then definitely just light a flame and have that energy with you. So hopefully, so far you're with me, and what you're sensing is getting the elements within your home, within your own space, can actually really help you to stay aligned and balanced. So we've got earth, we've got water, we've got fire. Now we're coming up to the energy of the heart, which is the energy of air. And air is how we are communicating with each other. It's how we're speaking, but it's also how we're listening as well, because of course sound travels on the airwaves. So are you really hearing the people around you, or are you just hearing the request for doing the washing up, or do the hoovering or whatever it is? But are we really listening to ourselves, and are we listening to each other? And the energy of air then is also a freedom of expression. So bringing air into your life is really important. But of course, if you're too airy, you won't be able to concentrate, you won't be able to focus. So that's where you have a combination of some of the elements, working with the earth energy to help you ground, but at the same time having that creative expression through the energy of air. And finally, we move to the energy of ether. Now, the energy of air and ether, you can do a little bit of choice here. So one is to have something like an incense stick, or to have a beautiful scent around you through like an oil burner with something, say, like geranium or lavender. This time of year you might even want to put Olbas oil in there as a way of clearing the energetic space around you, but also for the scent and the energy that travels. So the scent travels on the air. But also another one is something like a bell. So you can cleanse the space around you using a bell. And that's another way that you can tune into ether and air. Now let me explain just one more thing about ether, because ether is not often understood as one of the main elements. So you've got very physical elements, things that you can touch and hear and sense, which is the 4 elements that I've just described. But ether is the energy of connection. So when you close your eyes, and if you want to do that for a moment, just take a breath, you can feel connected to yourself and to the universe around you. You're feeling connected to your breath, to your heart, to the people around you, either side of you in their houses, or above you in a flat, or below you. You can just feel the people around you, around the earth as well. And maybe even the people that are tuning in this morning on the social media. So hopefully you can sense each other also connecting in this morning. That's a sense of connection, a sense of ether. So what I'd suggest to you is, if you can gather these little bits and bobs and you put them together somewhere in your house, on a mantelpiece or in your yoga space, as a way of reminding you that you are feeling connected to the elements outside, but also inside. And you'll feel, as you do so, you'll feel and acknowledge the balance within your body, within the chakra system, the energy system, but also in the influences around you. For example, the elements also relate to the different planets and things as well. So I just wanted to share that with you this morning. It's only a little short insight, and of course there's so much more that you can research. For example, the Bhagavad Gita has in chapter 7 and also chapter 13 talks about the elements and how they came into existence and how they exist within us. And yoga philosophy, like how you interact with things like the scriptures and take some of these practical bits of knowledge like the elements and actually bring them into your life. And if you want to find out a little bit more about that, then you can join us tomorrow night. We have a beautiful session with Rita Goswami, who's one of the founders of Drew, and she's going to be talking about yoga philosophy and how to practicalize it into your everyday life. So if you want to join us for that, then of course you're most welcome. You can go to dryoga.com/together at home, and you'll go down to the live lounge. We've got everything that's live that's going to be coming up over the next couple of weeks. So do go and have a look at that as well. So I just wanted to say a really big thank you to everybody for joining me this morning. I hope that you have everything that you need, and if not, then you can go search outside in beautiful nature to find ways that you can connect to yourself and to the universe today. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Bye.